What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. It's been a while since I've made one, but we've been pretty busy here. But today I'm going to be going ahead making one for you, and what we're going to do is cut the fenders to fit the high clearance fenders that we've cut up for it. So I'm going to try to go step by step on how to go about this. I've never done this before, but I've watched a few videos, so I think I'm confident enough to go ahead and do it. It doesn't seem that hard, so let's get started. So the first thing that you want to do is just take off the fenders that have already been on there. I have mine laying over there because I took them off about 2 days ago, so I can just get on the project and go ahead and do it. So after you take those off, you're going to have these little blue and orange sticky things here so that you can stick to it when you have the fenders that you're going to put it back on. So the line I'm going to be following, it's a little dirty right now, I'll wash it up, but the line I'm following, if you guys can see it, is going to be all the way around here. And then once that gets cut off, I'll go ahead and just re-stick the fenders back on here. And that applies to all 4 wheel wells. So same exact thing here. If you guys can tell, I mean, this thing is warping, and every time I flex, it just hits it. And it's hitting down here too, and it just pretty much destroys it, and whenever I turn it hits it and it makes like a crumpling noise. So go ahead and cut along the lines here. That gives us about 1.5 to 2 inches of additional clearance on there. Next thing you want to do is go ahead and unclip all of these. So that is going to be to unclip the bottom and take this entire piece off. I'm probably not going to use it. I mean, as you can tell, mine's already been coming off and dirt just gets back there anyway, so I really have no use for it. Just going to be more tedious and clean the undercarriages after each off-road trail. So the same thing goes for the front here. I've already had to cut these ones as well underneath the wheel well, if you can see that there. So we're just going to go ahead and take that completely off, because this thing is just kind of falling. So we're falling apart. We're going to try to put it back together. So you're going to want to clean this off first. That's what I'm going to go ahead and do here really quick, just to make sure I can see the lines a little bit better. I can see them now, but let's go ahead and make them clearer. So here I'm taking off the fender covers so it's easy for us to cut. So after you take the mud flap covers off, or you want to call them, you want to take these guys off here. It's a support pretty much for your fender to the truck frame. 10mm wrench will do it. So what I'm going to be using is a jigsaw, and you got to make sure that the piece you have on here, the blade, is meant to cut metal. I mean, this is the medium steel grade, so I think with how this one is, it should do it just fine. So we're gonna cut. What we're gonna do is, since I can't really get the full press from the saw on this side, I'm gonna cut into the middle there and go this way here, and then once that's done, I'll finish up and go from the top down, and I'll do that for both sides on the rear. So wish me luck. This is going to be the first time I'm trying this. Let me go grab my glasses if I can find them, and I'll start cutting it. Here we go. We're going to do a first cut through here. Probably should put a battery on this guy. Can't cut it without a battery. I'm a little nervous doing this because this is my truck that I'm cutting up some more. So here we go. Best way to hold this guy. Okay, perfect. Yeah, we gotta cut into that sideways, I guess. It's still hitting me in the face, so maybe she'll find something there. I'm gonna go ahead and use my blocker earphones here so I can because it's very loud. Bend that up here. Need a Dremel. Cut this off here. Damn, it's gonna be tough. I will need a Dremel to finish that off. Let's cut this little guy here. Damn. Oh no. The blade broke. We're gonna have to get a stronger blade. So the other saw broke. Luckily, my father-in-law lives right down the road, and he was able to grab his other saw. We're gonna try two different ones here. There's a little piece right here I can't get with the other one. I possibly might be able to just use this and finish that cut off, but we're going to be using this guy here. I'm a little nervous to use it because I don't have the stability like the other saw when I pressed up against this and I was able to get a really fine cut. I'm really going to have to steady my hands to use this. So if you guys are using this type of saw here, it works just fine, I think, but you really have to follow your lines and just take it a little bit slower than the last one. There we go. Cut my bumper a little bit, but I can just touch that up with some paint again. Finish this guy off down here, and we'll be done with this side. Now after you get done cutting this one, your edges are going to be, they're going to need a touch up for sure. So you're going to want to sand them down, and you probably want to repaint them or put something over them to keep it from rusting. Yeah, no, it looks pretty clean. So I'm gonna grab my first, I'm gonna grab the first one and put it on here and see what it looks like. So luckily, one of my buddies that I did this Toyota Tacoma a while back already had the fenders trimmed on his. So he gave me his old ones. It's a little long. He did it when, he cut it when he had no bumper on there. So I had to line it up with where that one is and cut it and just slap this guy back on. Everything's a little dirty, but it is what it is. So let me go ahead and slap this on there. Actually cut this first and slap it on there. We'll sand this down, and then I'm not going to record all four sides because it's the same process for all four of them. So we're going to slap this on, and we're going to move on to the front left one here. So we're going to do the exact same thing for the front one here. We're going to cut along this line, maybe a little bit higher, because when I cut the rear one, there was a little bit of the metal still hanging from the fender that you can see. So you might want to go maybe a ½ an inch higher. Just make sure that you leave enough room between these clips here. So I would cut it about the halfway mark right there, so just to ensure that you don't have any of the metal hang underneath. So I'll go ahead and start doing the front one here. Slap the fenders on, and I'll show you guys exactly what it looks like. I'm a little hesitant using this one because, like I said, you're not as stable. So I might start with this, and if it gets too crazy, I'm gonna switch to the other one. See how it goes. The other one I did though was really clean. Like, I'll show you guys here when I'm done with this one. But since the blade broke, I'm gonna have to use this guy. It's definitely a lot harder to curve. So what I'm gonna have to do is just literally start straight, cut into it, and follow this line as best as I can. Now here I might have to make some cuts in the middle so that so it's easier for me to round it and get a cleaner cut. Man, good thing the fender's hiding this because this is kind of wonky. Fuck. I don't like that cut at all, so I'm going to use the hacksaw to guide my lines a little bit better. For some reason this one's taking, since you have to be so careful with that one, it's making the cuts really bad. Not smooth, maybe I just suck, but you spend a little more time and then in return you're getting a little bit more burn on the metal. So I'm going to fix that up here later. I'm going to use the hacksaw for the rest of it and get a much cleaner cut.
Oh my gosh, dude. This is a shit show, I'm not gonna lie. I missed my jigsaw. Alright. Do the best we can here. It starts rounding, it's when it gets crazy. Cut there.
So after messing up this fender pretty bad, I tried to clean it up as best as I could and smooth it out and round it. That way at least so that the white will not show when the fenders get put on. So I'm going to finish up this side here, and then I'm going to show you guys what it looks like when it's done. So I got the front and the back one done. Luckily, he trimmed his fenders really well because my metal lines on the inside of it don't look the greatest. So this fender just hides that, which is, thank God. Same thing with the back one. I did a much better job on the back one because I had the jigsaw. But the back ones, they look good. Gives it a much cleaner look. So go on. I'm gonna go do the back side or the right side of this one, and that should be done. Alrighty, so we've got them done on both sides. They definitely have a little higher clearance to them, which is nice. So when I turn, they're not rubbing. Haven't actually tested that out yet, but we will here soon. Pretty happy how they turned out. Could be a little bit better, but can't be perfect for the first time, so that's it for the video. If you guys have any questions at all about the process, it took me almost 2 hours because it was my first time doing it. But the right side, second side went a lot faster than the first side did because I was just trying to figure out the kinks and the best way to do it. So it looks pretty good in my opinion. Definitely a higher clearance on both sides. But if you guys get anything out of this video, if you guys are planning on doing it, like, share, subscribe. Comment in the comments below if you guys have done it. What was like the thing you struggled the most, if you regret doing it or if you're happy with it. So thanks again, guys. I'll see you in the next video.